I can't tell you how remote and dangerous this environment is.
Oh no. Oh no.
You know, if you don't have enough water, you're going to perish out here. G'day guys, welcome back to another season of Wild Reaches. This is season 7. So if you're new to the channel, jump back, there's 96 episodes to catch up on. But this season's been an absolute banger so far. We've had coral trout and crayfish on the east coast, chasing dugong, chasing turtle, barramundi in crystal clear water, mangrove jack, islands, all sorts of stuff over there, to Aboriginal artwork in the middle of Cape York, finding new art sites, which was just amazing. So now on the west coast, we're in the Gulf Carpentaria and we're camped in the hammocks as we do, tinny mission, living off the land. I'm about to eat some long moyu, which is like a cone shellfish right here for lunch. Jordan's down there. Yep, we've caught up with Jordan. Jordan's back on board for the end of season 7. He's waiting for the tide to turn so we can start chasing some big barramundi and threadfin salmon. So sit back, grab a cold one, and let's get into the adventure.
Son of a southern man, daughter of a free man, children of the Civil War.
Look at this place, guys. Holy shit, I'm so excited. I've got to be quick because Johnny's up here waiting for me. We just pulled up, we're at the top of the escarpment and you can see over there on the other side of this big ravine, there's another beautiful big red escarpment because the sun's setting over here to the west.
Strangers in the light of day can't fight, it can't stop, and if they get caught, it's gonna be hell to pay.
Magical time of day. We just made it to the top. As you guys probably saw, some crazy country to get up here. Big shaly rocky hill, and the quad's absolutely killing it. Catch up to Johnny. We're going to camp up here tonight in the hammocks, have a feed, tell some stories, and then make a mission for the next few days. He wants to do some proper exploring, which I'm so excited about and so privileged and thankful to Johnny to be able to do this with him, to be invited in here to do it. So see you guys up there. Morning guys. Oh, I haven't slept in the hammock in about 5 months. I'm just gonna pass out. The sunrise is amazing. Let's go check it out, eh? Johnny might be still asleep, so we'll sneak down to the edge of the cliff, check out the sunrise, and then go make some coffee. Wow, we are so late in the season. It's nearly November and the water, I can hear so much water down in there. God, this place is absolutely magical. This is Johnny's camp. This is Jarramali Rock Art Tours. You guys remember that from last season? We did an episode here. Oh my gosh, it's just magic. Look at it. Oh my. So what we're going to do, head up here and have a coffee. There's the shack up top there. Have a coffee, make a plan, and I'm pretty sure Johnny's so excited, so he's got me really pumped up. Pretty sure we're going to get on the bike and the buggy today and go and find some new art sites. Probably going to be, you know, the same country. Obviously this is Western Yalanji country, but rather than shoot, you know, along the top of the escarpment here, we're going to get back on the bikes, go in a different direction, and I think we're going to come back and around the back of it or something. I don't know. I'm just following Johnny's lead. sort of countries where you've got to be really careful, have your eyes open, especially when it's all been burned. Any tree stumps, they're just the worst stakes for your tyres. Hopefully Johnny's got a map. I thought you were just following your nose, mate.
I was there for a bit. Yeah, we're on it.
Yeah? So what are we looking for? Waterfall or a swimming hole?
A couple of rock art sites.
Very good.
And a beautiful little hole. Yeah. By the time we get down there, mate, we'll learn to swim, you know.
Right. Looks like there's a bit of a ravine coming through down here, right?
Yeah, so I've got to head down this way. And then, head down that way. So just get my bearings a little bit.
Oh, Johnny knows what he's doing. Sounds good, eh? We're going to get really hot soon, so hopefully by the time we the middle of the day, we'll have a nice little swimming hole to cool off in, and then some art sites, get in the shade, chill out for the heat of the day.
So look here, this is what the old timers have done. Coming in for the gold rush, the 1873 Palmer River gold rush. So here's all the old timers. Done a little bit of a wall here. Look at this. They've chipped that away. They've got the pickaxe. Made a road.
Oh, right.
Made a gutter. Look at it. And then cutting up here, a little bit of a, where they're throwing the rocks over, made a road. But you know, driving over this stuff is awesome, you know.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's history, isn't it? Australia's history. So, the track that we've been on is the old coach road, but is this...
Yeah, so obviously you can see it's all overgrown.
Yeah.
And
whereas the other track is quite defined.
Yeah.
All sorts of history, hey?
Yeah,
like history from your people and then history from the old gold rush.
And then there's some beautiful rock art here as well. One of my favourite paintings of a big kangaroo that's here.
Nice.
Yeah. Down one kangaroo, yeah.
So yeah, 2 parts of history we're going to find today, which is pretty cool. Hopefully we'll find some shade and some water too. Just wanted to stop and show you this quickly before we lose Johnny. As he said, they've cut the track, they've cut the old coach road into these rocks to obviously make it flatter, and you can see here there's all these marks from obviously a pick where they've hacked away at this. That is absolutely amazing. 150 years ago, you imagine doing that in the heat like I'm feeling right now. Hand cutting that in with a pick. Bloody hell. Alright, so what you're about to see here, I've never been on this track before, right? So there's the old coach road that everyone knows about, you know, Maytown to Laura, which is way over on the other side of that escarpment you can see in the distance. That's what we drove up on. Now this one here is the OG track that, I don't know if any of you have ever seen it, or any of the four-wheel drive shows have ever seen it, and we're in here on a buggy and a quad. The gold rush started in, I think, 1873 from memory, and that's when this whole area, Europeans, Chinese, everyone came in here with like gold fever, they called it. Just couldn't get enough. And obviously the Aboriginal clan in the area, which is the Western Yalnji people, were, you know, that's the beginning of the end of their traditional way of life. They were chased off the land here, and they didn't know what was going on, obviously. White fellas showing up and couldn't get rid of them because of the gold. They just kept coming in numbers. So they also came from Cooktown. So Cooktown and way down near present day Croydon, that kind of area, were the two routes to get into this area. And then obviously once it was all established and Maytown was there, Palmerville was there, these roads are the ones that serviced, you know, the pubs and bringing mail in, the police, all that. These are the roads that did it all. So let's get down here and have a look. Which is pretty bloody wild. Absolutely amazing. Look on the walls here, you can see where they've hit it with a pickaxe to create these walls. Oh my god. What an amazing bit of history, mate.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, that's some serious hard work there.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
See the horseshoe there, and it looked like an old shackle or something.
Yep.
That's it, guys. Holy hell. That's a lot of work, hey?
But look how high it is. Look how deep it is. Look how deep they went, you know? Yeah, to get down to the sandstone and chip away at it.
Crazy. So, I mean, can you tell us a bit of history about your people? Obviously, you know, this was their country, they were living in here, and then the gold rush happened, and all of a sudden white fellas are coming in and...
Beginning of the end, bro.
Yeah.
Then they strip you of your land, strip you of your culture. Once they're getting round up and put on the missions, they strip you of your language, they strip you of your name, they give you a white name.
So you're named after the mission or the station that you go to, or... Yeah.
Pastoralists.
Pastoralists take their name. Yeah.
That's why a lot of our mob got white fella names, you know?
Yeah.
Brady's, us, we're Grogans, Ireland. Yeah.
But you're back on country, mate?
Yeah, man. I've never left since I've hit the ground. I've never left. Yeah. You might get sidetracked every now and again.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is where peace and home is. Yeah.
You know, the most amazing thing to me is how welcoming you are and every other mob I've met around Cape York to bring me in and show me your country, and like you showing everyone your country here.
Yeah.
Showing everyone the artwork.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's a real testament to your people. But yeah.
Yeah, our people were pretty resilient, so we had to be.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just all flows down from generation to generation.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, so does trauma.
Yeah.
Go from generation to generation if it's not dealt with and healed. Yeah, and it just gets carried on, you know. Yeah.
There's a lot of healing to be done, hey?
Yeah. And everyone has a part to play.
Yeah, 100%.
And it just comes down to understanding and acknowledgement.
Yeah.
Past wrongs need to be righted, and just the whole general attitude shift.
Yeah. I can feel it happening.
Yeah. Yeah, it's moving.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Well, this is amazing. There's a bit of history here that's 150 odd years old, and being here with Johnny, you know, some of the art sites here are what, 17,000, 20,000 years old?
Yeah, man. Archaeologists say anything from 5,500 to 1,000 to 10 to 12,000 to 20,000 to 34,000, you know. But what that tells us, what they're trying to tell us, is that we've always been here.
Yeah, yeah.
We know that.
Yeah. Funny that, eh? Now white fellas telling you you've always been here.
Yeah, that we've been here for a long, long time, you know. But,
yeah.
We know.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what we were trying to tell you, folks. This land ain't terra nullius, bro.
Yeah.
This land actually belonged to someone.
Yeah.
It's managed by someone.
Yeah, managed in such a good way.
Yeah. And so, you know, the whole, this whole nation was built on the bogus colonial concept of terra nullius, that this land belonged to no one, you know. But now, everyone tells you a different story now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
there's too much proof.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, we're going for a walk. Lost Johnny already. There he is.
So you can see the different groups of figures there, stick figures.
Yeah.
And a whole bunch of stick figures here as well. So it just shows you, okay, this is the mob that belonged here. They would have utilised this as a camp. And another one there. And it just shows that this is the time when all the clans came together. When the members of the clan came back together again.
That all the stick figures, that's what it
represents.
Yep.
Yeah, the mob that belonged here. Yeah. The ones that belonged here, and then, so there's 3 sets here. So you got this one here, stick figures there,
yeah.
up here, and those ones over there. And then you got this dingo here painted, and look at his feet. It's got about 8 or 9 little claws. That little dingo dreaming there, showing his importance.
Are these yams?
Jams, yep. Yeah, looks like it's a kangaroo there. This one, that is over. It's the back leg of a kangaroo there, feet there.
Oh, it's a big one, yeah. You can see its back.
Yeah.
Back up here.
Yeah, that's him up there. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah, tail going down. Yeah, fit my eyes in there.
And a question that I had from one of the viewers was, how do they preserve, like it's ochre, and then how do they, like how's it been here this long? Do they mix it with something?
Yeah, so blood.
Blood.
Animal blood.
Yeah.
Water, ochre, animal blood, and the porousness of the sandstone absorbs it in, and that gives us its 20, 34,000 year permanency. And good shelter,
Yeah.
good protection.
Yeah, so you
So
find
there's a few variables. Yeah, of why it preserves.
Okay.
Yeah. Protected
This one's pretty well protected, eh?
ingredients. Oh yeah.
Like you see it magnificent, there's a few spots where the water's run down the wall.
Yeah.
Not here though.
See it through.
What do you got here?
Freshwater turtles.
Turtle from down there, eh?
Yep, Garden Creek.
That's another question I've had a lot of this time. The artwork is telling a story of what's edible in the area.
Yeah, what resources are around, everything that's important to them.
Yeah.
You know, like it's magnificent, especially it's 2 k's away from a good water hole. There's turtle, yellowtail catfish, freshwater turtle, barramundi. So they're just painting all the things that are important to them, and food's pretty important.
Yeah, that's it.
Food is survival. Yeah, a lot of motifs. Yeah, what's important? Spirit figures, death, burial, wedding, initiation, ceremony.
Which is a way to pass down that knowledge too, isn't it?
It's a transmission of ideas.
Yeah.
Old mate having a good little sticky beak.
A lot of not a lot, but some sites are like sacred burial sites here, and they'd use cavities like this to
Correct.
put bones and
Correct.
ceremonial pieces.
Yeah, so remains of the femur and the ulna, the long bones of your leg and arm, we put in a coulamon or a bark container, or wrapped up in a stringy bark container, tied up, and then placed in a shelf, a crevice, or a cave like this. Perfect little storage there.
Yeah.
And that'll be the final resting place of that person. But before that, they would have carried them remains around for about 7 to 9 months, and that would have been a sorry business. Look at all those hand stencils up there. Really faint and old. He's got his hand like that, but he's done his hand like that.
Well, he's lost a finger.
And the wrist in as well. That's a pretty cool.
Yeah. You don't often see the wrist.
In the forearm? Yeah, you see them around a bit. It's not uncommon.
They're high, hey?
They're high.
Ones up here.
And look at those ones. Yeah.
So what Johnny and I were just saying is something really amazing about this site, and that you might not see anywhere else. Well, I've never seen it anywhere else, is that this is 2 bits of history right on top of each other. So the cutting that you just saw us go through on the quad and the buggy is on top of this hill here. It's like literally just on the other side. So 150 years ago, roughly, and then thousands of years of history directly underneath it. Crazy. Let's go find something else. big kangaroo. The red one, hey? That's like magnificent.
Yeah. I just can't believe how symmetrical it is, you know?
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautifully painted it is. One of a beautiful woman there with her arms up in the air.
For this one.
Mm.
Gosh, it's cool in here.
Yeah, little ferns, they love it. To me, this is like a fire threat. If it was to start anything.
Okay.
I mean, imagine if it caught, you know?
Yeah. This is obviously preserving the artwork. You know, if this was to catch fire, even the smoke could damage it, couldn't it? It'd just be all black and...
Well, being here, being right under, it'll exfoliate the sandstone.
Yeah.
That'll just remove the fuel anyways a bit.
There's a pool around, hey?
Yep.
It's absolutely amazing to think that, you know, back in the late 1870s, this here that we're on right now was the main road. This was like a highway. You can see Johnny going off down into the distance there. I can't tell you how remote and dangerous this environment is. You know, if you don't have enough water, you're going to perish out here. I mean, the Aboriginal clan, the Western Yalnji people, they knew this area really well, knew where the water was, knew what they could eat. It's all around them. And so does Johnny, and I'm hoping to share a bit of that knowledge with you guys. But for the average Joe Blow, it's very dangerous, but absolutely, absolutely beautiful. Oasis. Oh my god, it's so hot. Oh man.
Yeah, we'll pull up here, have a little dip, have some lunch. Hey, knife here, check this out. Some soap bush. Soap.
How good's that? Soap bush, eh?
Soap bush. Just a wattle. Yeah. What that's in. Some lily pillies there. That one.
This is magic. Look at those little rapids.
Yep. Got everything you need.
And this late in the year as well.
Yeah.
There's still water.
Permanent water here.
Yeah.
This is Garden Creek. Yeah. Yeah, so some old camps up there. Camped up there. So we're on the road now, on the thoroughfare.
Yep.
From here out to the coach road. And yeah, I follow the tracks. But this used to be an old bummer walking track. That's why they used it as a road.
Yeah.
It was the most, because Mama knew the best ways to get from A to B. Yeah.
And then what the white fellas would then see the tracks and be like,
follow it, make a road out of it. Yeah. They knew it was the best way, best pass, and access to water and everything like that.
Yeah. We've just found a little creek.
Hey bro.
It's the middle of the day. It's so bloody hot. So it's an absolute oasis. I'm going to strip off, lay in the water, get that body temperature, that cool body temperature right down again. and then we'll get back on the bikes, maybe after a bit of a snack, and keep going. So, Johnny just pointed out that this is a nonda plum. Yeah?
Yep.
That's them?
That's them.
So that one there feels soft.
Yeah, eat that one, mate.
He's been sitting in the water though, be alright still?
Oh, perfect. Yeah, look, they're all hard. Oh, perfect. That one there, that'd be nice. Eat that
and you
one.
just eat it like that?
Just eat that.
Skin and all? Skin
and all, and so I might just make porridge out of it, make a porridge. Should be sweet, it's being that soft.
It's got a seed, it's like a plum. Yeah, man. That's great.
So imagine they get a whole heap of those, like a big handful like that. Take that meaty part, that food part off the seed.
Yeah.
Mash it all up, and you'll have a porridge with it. And then, but there's a seed inside the seed.
Is it?
You crack that open, and you can eat that too.
Oh, really? So mai is that food?
Mai food.
That's in your language. But it does look like there's none on the tree, they're all in the water.
Yep, they're all coming up.
And is that normally when you'd eat them once they've dropped?
You gotta eat them when they drop.
Yeah, you're not picking them.
And then pick them off the ground.
Yeah.
Meet the bandicoots and the possums.
Yeah.
And then store them. Yeah, and then when they ripen up, then you get stuck into them.
How cool is that? Nonda plum. They're absolutely delicious. Just tastes like a plum, just a bit pastier. That one's a bit far gone. Look at that. So that's the nonda plum there. That's the nonda plum. You can see these little flowers on there. It's a dead giveaway. I reckon the sooties would get into these as well. Something's been in here smashing them. I reckon it's the sooty grunter. Because it looks like it's been eaten by a fish the way it's all pecked apart like that. You reckon the pigs would eat these too? The pigs?
Oh yeah, oh, they love it.
Yeah.
They'll crack that seed open and eat the inside of it.
Yeah? There you go, Johnny said the pigs love it. Pigs will eat bloody anything. That's the problem with them. Yeah, quite dry. Dry but sweet. So a spot like this, you know, as I've said before, I always say this, that water is life. So the Western Yalanji people, this would have been a camp for them for sure. You know, having the nonda plum. There's a mango tree back there, but if you don't know, mangoes aren't native to Australia. They came in with, obviously, the old coach road through here. Whenever you find a mango tree, it means there would have been a white fella camp, like a station, or, you know, in this case, it would have been a camp on the side of the road, along the coach road. But yeah, you got nonda plum, you got pandanus. You've obviously got water to drink, fish. You know, the water brings in freshwater turtles, goannas, wallabies, all of that. You got melaleucas here to start fire with a paper bark. You know, it's just an abundance. So water brings life, and you feel it when you're out here and it's so bloody hot. And it's not hard to imagine being stuck out here and you find water. God, it feels good. I wanted to show you guys this. Look at that. Whoa. Can you guys hear me? How cool is that? Looks like an old camp oven and then a bit of pottery. Wow. So you can see stuff everywhere through here, like posts, bits of tin on the ground everywhere. You know, this post here. Right here by the creek. So this was an old camp. You know, back in the old days when they were passing through, heading to Laura. Anyway, I can hear Johnny in the distance. I've got to go catch up. Alright, so we've lost the track now. Johnny hasn't been through this part before, so it's so overgrown we don't actually know where the track is, but basically we just need to get to the other side of this creek and then follow that creek that we had to swim at downstream. Just looking for a safe spot to cross now. Go around that way and in.
Yeah, road's up there, see it over there.
Yeah.
I could probably make that, but I mean I can make this. I'll dip in it. Nah, I'm not gonna risk that one.
No, it's not worth it.
Yeah. And then I'll be on a bit of an angle over there and I could easily pop up there, but this one is my worry, so.
Yeah, let's go back around there. This is really slow going. We've been at it for, I don't know, an hour since lunchtime, and you know, it's probably a couple of kilometres we've done. Just zigzagging through the country trying to find this old track, and every now and then you'd stumble across it and then lose it again. So much fun, but there's all these like little wet season creeks that run into the main creek down here, and quite often they're very steep, so you can't just follow the creek, you've got to keep going out and around all these little drains. It's all fun, but bloody hell, it's hot, and you wouldn't want anything to go wrong out here, I'll tell you that much. Look at that for a big Nonda plum tree. What a campsite. Nonda plum, water. How's this? What a spot. This is magic, mate.
I love finding little treasures like this.
Yeah. All in Johnny's backyard.
Good playground.
How good's that? What a tree.
Big Nonda.
There goes a blue wing kookaburra. So this is the creek we're following, hey? We're trying to get to the hotel.
Yep. You got a K away?
A K till we get to the hotel.
Yep.
Get a cold.
We've got beers on.
Yeah, get a cold beer on tap. Yeah, a counter meal would be nice. Steak and chips and a cold beer.
T-bone steak.
Woo.
Chips, salad and gravy.
Yeah, that's me.
Alright. Nath, how the hell are we going to get out of
Yeah. Suppose you just follow it around.
Keep following it down?
Yeah. So we're a bit trapped at the moment in this. This is in wet season, this would all be flowing through here. We're in a big wet. So you can see the big high banks on either side. And we've come down in here, now we've got to get out because we've got to push up that way. So it's just following along until you find a spot that's safe to get out. Well, Johnny's gone and got himself stuck in here. We just crossed it back up there and I nearly got stuck too, it's so soft. So I've run the winch cable out, and we're going to need some kind of rope to run around the frame. So Sabre, this is their utility rope, really handy big rope. The shackle, I'm going to take my boots off and get in there. So the shackle that you do need for this, I don't have with me. It's a Kevlar shackle and it's quite long. Another soft shackle.
Yeah, it's going to distribute the weight.
Yeah. Utility rope.
Wire.
Yep, just pull it. It's on free spool.
Oh, yeah.
One more shackle there would have been good, but
yeah.
I don't think I'll go on. So that's it. Yeah, the sand is so soft. River sand, eh? It's crazy. Right, whack that back into gear.
Yeah, so yeah, got myself into a spot of bother. What my problem was, wasn't going fast enough. So Nate's hooked me up.
Alright, so the little 3,500 pound winch on the CF Moto wasn't quite enough to pull out the mule. It's a mule, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is a double line pull.
900 kilos there.
900 kilos. Well, there you go. In this soft river sand, it's just, you can see there, we're just completely sunk in. This is looking pretty serious. So, double line pull. I'm going to go around this properly in a sec. Back to the quad, and now that gives us twice the strength that this little 3,500 pound winch has. So, I'm going to put a dampener on there just to be safe, and hopefully we can get Johnny out.
Yeah, we'll head up this way. Just cut some timber up over there. Alright, double pull, baby. So close. Go again. Yeah, we're going. We're getting him. I'm gonna take this bloke camp with me anyway. Heard him. Good on the shovel.
You promised me a beer at the pub, so of course I'm going to do it.
Oh, you'll get one, don't you worry. Yeah, it's working. Double line pull has saved the day. Ah, what a bean stuff. Good lesson. Make sure you got the gears. All right, second go around.
Gotta have the gear, eh?
Gotta have the gear. Thanks, bro. Well done. We're out. Woo! Yeah, got myself in a spot of bobber again. Got out of the bog, and now on a little bit of an angle.
Bloody Johnny's in trouble again. Oh, he must have slid sideways.
Yeah. So I was thinking, if you come up,
oh yeah,
you could lift me straight up.
park over here.
Short
Yeah.
way.
Come on, mate, we're never going to get to the pub at this rate.
I know, mate, I'm sorry. You know me, I don't like doing things in half measures.
I reckon. Well, I'm going to try and get up behind Johnny. Up through here. What an eventful day. It always happens in the middle of the day when the sun's right above you, stinking hot. Here's the carnage from just getting bogged. Might as well leave this winch rope out, eh? I've got a bloody headache, it's so hot. But I tell you, that Sabre recovery gear, having that block, just saved our day. Saved our ass. Alright, let's go up there and help Johnny.
Nathan to put his bull bar, his bike behind that tree, and then he can give me a snig up from there. But I'm in a very precarious leaning position. Good work, Nath. Rightio. Early, what next?
What's next? Who knows?
The hotel's next.
So what went wrong, you reckon? Did you just come up and then slide?
So I come to hit it, and so I just floored it in low gear, 4-wheel drive and lockers on, and yeah, and it just bit a whole heap of sand, and I slid down a bit, and yeah, and that was the end of me. Not the end, but
no.
The end of the road anyway on that occasion.
We're still good. We still got.
Yeah,
we're still good.
Yeah, and I'm glad all my stuff got out in the creek.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you could be sideways down there right now. But you're not.
On the roof.
You're not. CF Moto saved the day. So this pub is proving very hard to find. It's about 2:30 now, and to be honest, I have no idea where we're camping tonight either. But I've got enough water for another day or two, and a bit of tucker. Should be fine. How'd you go?
Oh, you're up and around.
Alrighty. Made it down to, what was it? Patrick
Mail Hotel.
Patrick Mail Hotel. So I imagine this would have been the old fireplace. The barbecue. Johnny was saying this, all these sandstone slabs are the floor. And you can see these big slabs here like this.
And this part here is where the old bummer walking track would have been. So they followed the old tracks, and you can see how it's all naturally terraced here. So this would have been a beautiful camping spot, living spot, and a lot of ceremony, a lot of tool making, a lot of fishing, gathering, hunting, and look how beautiful it is. It's nice and shady and a good spot to reside.
Right through here. Yeah, look at that. You can see a defined defined edge. So this was it right here then, and that's the post to tie up the horse.
That's where that's one of the posts.
So that's very similar to what we saw. Hey?
High rail.
Yeah. There was a very similar one back at the creek where we swam and had lunch.
Yes.
Look at it, right out here. Huge area. Yeah, so like I said earlier, the reason these were here, this was the distance that you could travel with horse and cart back in the old days. So every, how far apart were they, mate?
25 mile, eh?
25 mile apart. So you could pull up for the night and have a rest, and oh, you can see the old steps here and everything. Look at that. Down to the river. And Johnny was saying that the path that they would have chosen, this road, would have been the like the old people's path, hey? Yeah, why not? We could have a beer at the pub. Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
What a day.
These are the vegetarian Coronas, non-alcoholic ones.
Are they? No. I think we've earned this today. Oh, it's so cold. Oh, what a spot. Could be the shade. That was a bloody mission. Absolute mission. So much fun though. Through amazing country.
That was an absolute mission, alright.
And that's just the beginning. Who knows what Johnny's got planned for the next day and a half, 2 days.
Tomorrow's going to be a good one.
Yeah. Made camp for the afternoon, and I got a lot going on. Wanted to show you guys the damage to the drone. This absolutely breaks my heart. I smashed the propellers, but I do have 2 spare, which would probably be enough. But look at this. Yeah, that's all smashed, and then up underneath, right up in there, it's all broken in there too. First film day today, and I've bloody broken it. And I just watched the footage of it, and it's like, because you can choose a setting, right? So the new Mavic 3, you can choose for all the sensors to either, if you come to a tree, it stops, or bypass all the trees really smoothly and keep filming. And I was like, that's gonna be perfect for me on everything. And the first time I tried it, you see it just hooting along, it's doing quite good, and then it just lines up this tree that's only like 50 mil wide and just goes bang straight into the middle of it, and it all goes black. The other thing I wanted to show you guys is there's heaps going on right now. I've got the inverter cooking dinner. My 125 amp hour battery is on like 17%, and the freezer just turned off. I should have thought and put the second panel out, which I just didn't think to do. So anyway, battery was flat. So what I got going on is the car is now charging the battery with my charger. I've got like a 5 amp charger, which is tiny, it's really slow. But if the fridge is still plugged into the battery, the fridge is pulling like 3.5 amps. So you're really getting like an amp and a half if you're lucky. That's going to take forever to charge. So what I've done, the charger's charging the battery, and then this little beauty here, which is an EcoFlow Delta, is running the freezer, because this has 4 power points on the back there and all USBs and stuff on the front. I'm not going to go into this too much because I'll show you guys that on the review channel, on the second channel, which is called, it's called Trucks, Tinnies and Trebles. All right, TTT, Trucks, Tinnies and Trebles. That's going to be the second channel, so that's going to be a product. I'm going to review their full range because it's such good gear. So that is now running the freezer, and it will all night, no worries. There's about 106 amp hour of power in that, which is just really handy for things like this. When things go wrong, you can use that. So this is what happens. A little bit of behind the scenes, guys. I thought I'd show you guys the gear that saved our ass today. This here is a utility strap by Sabre, 12mm diameter by 3 meters. Sabre extreme utility rope. Now all it has like a sheath on it to protect the actual rope itself. So that's the one. You can see there's some, I've used this before, it's copped a bit of a flogging. This is the sort of rope that you'd normally put around a tree, like a tree protector, and then at the end here you'll join the two together with a shackle and go to your winch rope or to like a pulley or something like that, pulley block. This is a lightweight aluminium pulley block by, again by Sabre. There's the shackles I used, there's one in there and another shackle in here. I should show you those, shouldn't I? So that's the soft shackle. So we had 2 of those today. You see that? That's the big soft shackle, and that's coated in a Kevlar wrap. So you could poke that through a chassis, or like we're doing today. Eventually this rope here will break down, you know, you'll fray it using it like we did today. But the one up there is twice the length, and it's fully wrapped in Kevlar. It's really handy. I absolutely love that. I've got a couple more in the cruiser for the cruiser itself. This, with the soft shackle through it and the winch cable around it, halves the load on the winch, and that made all the difference today. This little piece of equipment right here, lightweight aluminium, is what got us out of trouble. Johnny was completely stuck there. Without me, he would have been fingered, without a second vehicle, and without this, we both would have been in trouble. I might do a review on that on the second channel, on all the gear that I've got up on top of the cruiser, talk about their recovery ropes, like their snatch straps, the kinetic rope, things like that, and all the different weights, and give you guys all the info on that. So that's going to be on the second channel. Trucks, tinnies and trebles. Phew!